Hi, welcome to today's video. We're trying out a new studio. I wanted to see if the lighting and the sound would be better in here, so I'm still trying to figure things out, but we'll see how it goes. And what I want to do today, though, is I want to devote today to lips. So I've always felt like my lips were way too thin. Not that I want real big lips, but I want my lips to look fuller. So I'm going to show you a couple of tools and tips and techniques that I have learned to make your lips look fuller. We're going to have fun today doing that. And also, I have a new lip liner and lipstick that I'm going to try out. So we'll do a little product review too. So stay tuned. Before we do the tutorial on how to make your lips look fuller, I want to do the makeup review. I want to do a review on some new products that I got. So first of all, the lip liner. And I want to talk about lip liner real quickly, briefly. So lip liner, a lot of people shy away from. They are afraid of it. Maybe they've had a bad experience. Maybe they're not sure if they should use a darker shade than the lip color. There are so many different factors involved with using a lip liner, but we're going to simplify it. I'm going to simplify it for you today. So first of all, even before we talk about lip liners, I do want to talk about lip prep. So what I do, you're going to laugh. So when I brush my teeth at night, I take my toothbrush and I scrape it across my lips. I do that every night. You can get a lip exfoliator, but I just use my toothbrush. And then you might want to moisturize your lips. There are different things you can use for that as well. So that's probably a subject for another video. But right now, after you've prepped your lips, some people will put concealer on their lips or they'll put foundation on their lips just to try to prep them before putting on the lipstick and lip liner. But what I want to try is Charlotte Tilbury. This is a mini little set that I got. It's Pillow Talk. The lip liner is called Lip Cheat, and the Pillow Talk is the little lipstick, and it is the cutest thing. And I like the shade a lot. It's really good for every day. You can definitely use this every day. So when you're applying lip liner, you're going to start, you can basically start anywhere you want, but I usually start right up here. This is the Cupid's bow. It's called the Cupid's bow. But if you look, the color, at least of my lips, the color of my lips is beneath that Cupid's bow. So what I will do is I will actually go a little bit over, I'll go a little bit above the Cupid's bow to line my lips. Otherwise, it doesn't look right. It just does not look right. And then as far as my lower lip, also the color, again, and maybe it's just because I have thin lips, but the color is above this whole area here. So I will kind of overdraw them a little bit, not a whole lot. But let's see what this looks like for every day. And then when you come out here to the sides, you're not going to want to go straight down. That's going to pull your lips down. So you're going to want to make sure that you kind of go up a little bit or out a little bit. Kind of like when I do my brows, I don't go down with them because I just don't want to go down because gravity is already pulling me down enough. So you're going to kind of go, I want to make sure you can see. Kind of go just like that. And then the bottom lip, so what you're going to do here, I always start out at the edge. This lip pencil is very creamy, I have to say. So I'm basically done with lining my lips. Now the Pillow Talk shade, there are so many different ways, and I know I've talked about this before, so many different ways to apply lipstick, lip color. You can use a brush and just kind of scrape the brush off. You can smear it across your lips, or you can dab it and tap it onto your lips. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just kind of tap it. So obviously that didn't put a whole lot of color on. But if I want to just look really natural, I'm going out to dinner, whatever the case, but I want my lips to have some color, I'll just do that. Otherwise, to apply it the way it was intended, I will just apply it just like this. Kind of go down here. And that is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. And I have to say, I have tried this one, and it does last pretty much all day. Some other benefits to using a lip liner. Well, first of all, it will help define your lips. I always start with a lip liner, no matter what. Even if I'm wearing lip gloss, because for some reason it keeps the lipstick or the lip gloss in place, and it's not going to creep out into any crevices or wrinkles, lip wrinkles that I have. So I love that about it. It also helps your lipstick and your lip color to stay longer. For some reason, it just kind of keeps it all intact. So those are some of the other benefits of using a lip liner. I want to try the other lip color for you, and I want to show you just some tips that I use if I want to make my lips look fuller. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go remove this. Okay, I'm back. So first of all, I don't receive any kind of commission. I'm not sponsored, anything like that. But I'm actually going to be using Estee Lauder brand for this part of the video. And there's a reason. You can use any brand you want. You can use NYX, you can use Charlotte Tilbury, you can use Estee Lauder, you can use all different kinds. You can use anything you want. But the reason I'm choosing to use Estee Lauder is because I want to show you a couple things, and there are a couple of pencils by Estee Lauder that I like a lot for making your lips look fuller. First of all, I talked about prepping earlier. Estee Lauder has this, it's called lip conditioner. If you've been around Estee Lauder for any length of time, you're definitely going to recognize this. They used to put this, I believe they used to put this in the gifts way back in the day. So this is a colorless lip conditioner, and I used to use this literally every day before putting any lip color on. Every one of their pencils has a brush on the end of it, and you can use that to apply the lip conditioner. And that's what I used to do, and that's what I'm going to do today. And then another thing I want to show you about the lip pencils from Estee Lauder. You can sharpen them. They are not retractable, but you can sharpen them. And the lids of these, they have like an inner plastic or rubber lining that when you put this over the pencil, it's going to keep it moist and it's going to keep it fresh longer. So it's not going to dry out. So I really like that about the pencils. And Estee Lauder lipsticks and lip liners, I like the fact that they are long wearing, and I like the fact that they are very natural on your skin. So what I'm going to do first is I want to press in a little bit more. So we're going to start, once again, with the lip conditioner from Estee Lauder. So what I'm going to do is just take just the brush of one of the other lip liners, and you just kind of brush it on there, and then you just put it on your lips. It feels wonderful. It's not sticky, it's not heavy. Okay, there we go with that. Now, next I'm going to line my lips. This is how we're going to do it. So we're going to start, this time we're going to start on the bottom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, part of making your lips look fuller is utilizing shading and highlighting. So we're going to shade the bottom lip first, and that's how we're going to start with that look for fuller lips. Starting with the dark shade that I'm going to put on the bottom lip, and again, this is actually going to go underneath my lip line right here. I'm going to use Wine. This is one of my favorite shades from Estee Lauder. So I'm going to put that right down here under my bottom lip. And then I'm going to blend it with my finger. Now, one thing I want to say, if you use a dark lip liner, a lot of times it will make your lips look smaller, believe it or not. So I will use it, like I said, I'll use it as a shade. I'm not going to put it all over my lips. So if you're following along, hopefully you didn't jump ahead. So that's what we're going to do first, just right underneath the bottom lip. So we're done with that. Now to line the top of your lip, you're going to use a neutral shade. This is Rose. This is the one I use the brush with. Or I have this shade. This is Nude. This was in one of the Estee Lauder gifts. So this was free. I love free. And they're wonderful pencils. It's just as good as the regular size pencil. It just doesn't have that nice plastic rubber lined lid on top of it. So I am going to go ahead and use the Nude, and I'm going to just line my lips once again, and this will be on the top only. Again, I'm going to start in the Cupid's bow. Now, one thing I was going to show you, there is a trick that you can do where you can take your lip liner. See how my lips are it's just shaped like my lips. Well, there's something else you can do. You can put this across the top lip and round it to make it look even fuller. You don't want it too overdrawn. So I did that. Now I'm going to take this same pencil and I'm going to finish lining my bottom lip. Just take that right to the Wine. Kind of blend it in. You can use a sponge, you can use your fingers. I like to warm my fingers up and blend with my fingers. All right, so the lips are lined. Now what we're going to do is we are going to create that full look. And once again, I'm going to pick up my Wine lip liner and I'm going to just on the outside of my bottom lip, just kind of shade it in a little bit. It's going to just give it some definition. Again, you don't want a whole lot because you don't want it to make your lips look smaller. Okay, now it's time for the lip color. The lip color I'm going to use is Estee Lauder Nude Scene. This is an Envy lipstick. I can't remember what gift this was from, but obviously it's not in your typical lipstick holder that they have. But this one is matte shade. It's more of a natural, more of a neutral, not shimmery. I don't want a shimmery shade because again, we're trying to create a look of fuller lips. So I'm going to put this on. This one I'm going to kind of dab carefully as well. Then I'm going to take it and line the top of my lips with it. And this lipstick is really creamy and smooth, but it's not shimmery. It's very long wearing, and that's why I like it. Okay, so there we have that. Now, we're not finished yet. What we want to do is we want to create some more lighting. So we want highlighted on top of the Cupid's bow. There are so many different ways you can do this. So this is one pencil that I love. I use it a lot. This is NYX. The shade is Light, and this is their Wonder pencil. And let me show you what that looks like. If I was going to use this, I would just put this right, just kind of draw right above my lips. But I'm not going to use this because I want to show you there are other options. Let's say you're traveling, the only thing you have is your eyeshadow palette. You can use that, and that's what we're going to use. We're going to use a couple things. This one's a mess. This is the Nubia by Juvia. There are different palettes that they have. I like this one. Obviously, you can tell I like it a lot because I've been using this shade mostly. But there are shimmery. We're going to use a shimmer, and we're also going to use a lighter shade. Now, you could use this shade right here and just paint it right above, just use a little brush to paint it right above your Cupid's bow. Blush Crush, I featured this in one of my videos. This is ColourPop. I really love this palette because of the diversity and the fact that this shade right here is really good for your Cupid's bow. It's a matte shade. You don't want to really use a shimmer, but you want to use a matte. So I'm going to use that shade right there. I'm going to put it on a brush and put that right above my Cupid's bow. Take a little bit of that. Tap it off. You have to be very careful with this because you're not trying to put it all over your lips. Just right above the Cupid's bow right here. Now for the bottom lip, a couple things you can do. You can take this wine once again, and you can draw a line right here up to the top and down here. This will give the appearance of larger, fuller lips. Now this next little trick I'm going to show you is one that I like to do. You can use a lip gloss, put it right in the middle of your center of your lips, your bottom lip, or you can use lip gloss all over your lips. When I use lip gloss, a lot of times my lips get kind of messy. So this is what I call the dry method of highlighting your bottom lip. So the dry method of highlighting your bottom lip is to use eyeshadow right here, shimmer shadow right here in the middle of your bottom lip. So I'm going to go once again to this Blush Crush, and I'm going to see if I have anything in here that might work. That probably would work, but I really want to go with something that's going to be more shimmery. So I'm going to go back here to this other palette. Again, look through your palettes, see if there's anything that you could use that might work. So this shade right down here is more of a shimmer. That's what I want to use. So let me put a little bit of that. I just basically will put it on my finger and just kind of see how that is. You see how shimmery that is? It's perfect. And we're just going to tap a little bit of it right in the middle of our bottom lip. There we go. This one is a little bit darker than what I usually use. What you can do now, you can leave it, or you can put more lip color on over it, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because that's a lot darker than I thought it would be. There we go. So that's one way to make your lips look fuller. There are so many different things you can do to make your lips look fuller. There are different colors you can use. I find a lot of times if I use maybe a lighter shade, lipstick that I used was a little bit dark. A lot of times I'll use a shade that's just like a very, very light nude, and I have a lot of success with that too. So that's just one way to make fuller lips. Also, I wanted to mention the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk mini set. I really like this. The formulation is beautiful. The lip color lasts all day. I did try this. I wore it for a day, and I found that I really didn't have to keep reapplying it. So I really like this. Again, they have these in different shades as well. You can get these from charlottetilbury.com, just straight off of their website. You can also get it from Amazon. I'll link below if I can find it. Last time I looked, because I was going to get more, I think they were sold out, but I'll link that below as well. I'll do some more videos. The holidays are right around the corner. I cannot believe it, but they will be here before you know it. So I'll do a few more videos of maybe holiday lips and holiday makeup. So we'll do that. That'll be fun. But as far as just an everyday, maybe overdrawn, but natural looking fuller lips, this is how I do it. Well, if you like this video today, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you on the next video. I feel like I can go even higher just for a more full look.